And Britain is further easing lockdown restrictions, and non-essential shops and outdoor attractions are set to reopen next week as long as strict safe distancing rules are in place. The push to reopen comes despite the country passing the grim milestone of 50,000 deaths. Now, for more on this, Ollie Barrett joins us from London. Ollie, it's a bit peculiar perhaps, but places like zoos and theme parks are reopening before schools. Why is that?
Yeah, we're going to get the full details from the Prime Minister later on zoos and theme parks and other outdoor attractions, but we do expect him to say that they will be able to reopen from June the 15th. We knew already earlier in the week the government confirmation coming that non-essential retail that hadn't been able to be open will be able to open again next week as well. In terms of zoos, theme parks, outdoor cinemas, the reasoning that the government is giving that those places can reopen as opposed to schools is that they are much more outdoor settings, that the social distancing, safe distancing guidelines can be observed by customers in a way that won't necessarily be possible for all pupils to return to the school settings with indoor classrooms and so on. Now, zoos won't completely return to normal as they reopen. You won't be allowed, for example, in many reptile enclosures. Those indoor spaces will be still restricted for customers, but there's been some pretty extensive lobbying from the zoo and theme park and other attraction industries saying, look, we can open safely according to government guidelines, and if we don't open soon, then we, like many other industries, are going to really struggle to open again one day.
Yeah, Ollie, well, the government is also under pressure to relax safe distancing rules for businesses.
That's right. The current guidelines suggest that people need to maintain a distance of 2 meters from other people. Now, when restaurants, bars, pubs do reopen, and the government is still saying that won't be until July the 4th, that social distancing guideline of 2 meters it would still be in place unless there is a change in the intervening period. The government up to this point has said it's following the science, and 2 meters is what is being recommended. Now, the industry, the hospitality industry, is saying that could mean the difference between thousands and thousands of jobs being saved or not. They say that if you have a meter, which is the World Health Organization guidance, then you can really get quite a few people into a pub or a restaurant or a cafe or a nightclub. If it's 2 meters, that really is not enough people to be able, for many of those businesses to be able to make a profit. So that is the message that's being given to the government, that this is really very much about trying to stay safe while also safeguarding as many jobs as possible. We've just heard from the Prime Minister during Prime Minister's questions, and he really was at pains to reiterate several times that the government is looking at this. I wouldn't be at all surprised if we hear in the not too distant future that they do believe that 1 meter can be observed safely, and certainly the industry, the hospitality industry, will be over the moon about that if that rule does change before July the 4th.
Indeed, it would be good news for everyone. Thanks so much, Ollie. Ollie Barrett speaking to us from London.